Okay, welcome to chapter 2 polynomials to my dear students. Now, here in this chapter, first of all, what we are going to study, this is quite easy and already it's a concept is related to your algebraic expression. The subject is related to algebra, which is quite easy subject in whole mathematics. Fine. So, my dear student, let's begin here. First of all, we know, suppose an algebraic expression is defined by Px. So we should say here an algebraic expression and algebraic expressions Px. Suppose I am calling it a polynomial, that's why Px of the form. That is the general form of it. Okay. All of you keep this general form in mind. That is the polynomial we used to define Px. By Px, then its a general form is a0 plus a1 to the power x, a2 to the power 2 plus so on plus an x to the power n. Okay, I am going to explain what is in this polynomial. Px, its a general form is a0, sometimes a naught also we can read, a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus a4x to the power 4 plus a5 to the x to the power 5 and so on. Plus we can say an to the power xn. An xn. Power is xn with that. In that, what is a1, a2, a3? So we need to mention a0, a1, a2, a3, a4 up to an. What are they? They are real numbers. Okay, we know that they all are real numbers. As you know the definition of real number nicely now. Real number is the sum of rational and irrational numbers. Okay, these are the real numbers, and along with it all the exponents, you know very well, all the exponents. The another word for exponents is word for exponents. Sometimes we are using this word indices. What we call indices. Okay, please remember it is not new. Last year also we studied this thing. All the exponents or indices of x. That is the condition. All the exponents or indices, that is power. Sometimes you use the word power, like here nothing power, 0. Here x is having 0 power, x is having 1 power, x is having 2 power. They are called exponents, sometimes indices of x. What is the condition for that? What about this indices in that? X are non-negative. These X are non-negative numbers. Okay, non-negative numbers. This is very important. Otherwise, we can't consider it as a polynomial. They are non-negative integers, and that's why it is called a polynomial. It is called a polynomial. It is called a polynomial in x because here variable is x, so we need to mention it is called the polynomial in x. Okay, this is very important thing. We know that a0, a1, a2, a3, up to an, they all are real numbers. And of course, now this topic is we are another thing, all the exponents or indices of x, means the power. Indices, it means power, are non-negative integers, means here no negative allowed. The power should be always positive integers. Okay, dear student, now as we have seen that px equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus so on an x to the power n. This is a general form of algebraic expression px. Okay. Now let's discuss about the degree of the polynomial. What is the degree of the polynomial? How can we decide the degree of the polynomial? So simply I should say the degree, the highest exponent, the highest exponent, okay, highest exponent, n, here it is n, you can see n is highest exponent, here it is n, that is called the degree of the polynomial. Simple. Highest exponent is called the degree of the polynomial. Please remember this thing, degree of the px. Px means polynomial. And under this condition, on and condition is that if, when it can be say an not equal to 0. This is very important. When we can say it is the degree of the polynomial if this is not equal to 0. Otherwise, it can't be a polynomial even, we can say. Right? Now, let's work out on the term. You know very well the term word. Well aware with that you. So please, next step, term. What is term? Okay, what we call terms, how to define terms. So simply I should say here in this polynomial a0, a1, you can see a0, a1x then. a0, a1x, individually we are separating the terms. a2x square plus a3x cube plus, not plus I should mention comma. Between this comma, these individually, these are called the last term is an x to the power n. These are called the terms of the polynomial. Are called the terms of px. Very simple, very easy. Degree is the highest power. Fine. Degree is the highest power of the polynomial. And what are terms? Terms, they are this individually. a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on plus an x to the power n. These are called the terms of the px. Clear? So my dear students, here as I have told you, this is the general form of polynomial. Now let's see what is coefficient in that. Okay, how to define coefficient. So simply I should say in this polynomial a0, a1, a2, a3 up to an. Okay, these are the product multiple of this variable. So these are called the coefficient of the px. Okay, the coefficient of px, it means polynomial. Coefficient of x, that is px, means the coefficient of the various term of the polynomial px. Okay, this is the coefficient of various term. Various terms. You can also write VT means various terms. Coefficient of various term, that is px. Clear to you? And one more thing, when can we say this polynomial is in standard form? So please mention a polynomial in x is said to be in standard form. It says it's said to be in standard form. When we call it in standard form, when the terms are written, you can see the terms are, they must be written in ascending or descending order. Terms are written either in increasing order, either in increasing order. Terms must be written either in increasing order or in decreasing order of the exponents of x. It means that the term should be, whatever terms you can see here, they must be written. All these terms must be in increasing order. Means their power should be increased or they must be decreased. Either the increasing in order or in decreasing order of the exponent. Of the exponent means whose? The exponent of x here. Okay, the power of x. According to that, we need to arrange them. Then only we can say they are in the standard form. Here, now very important thing we are going to learn, that is first monomial. This already we have studied in our previous class. So please let's have the definition of monomial. Monomial, mono word itself indicates single. Okay, so we need to write a polynomial, a polynomial, a polynomial with one term. A polynomial with one term is called a monomial. Very easy. A polynomial with single term is there, then we called it, it is a monomial. Yeah, a polynomial with one term. Here you please mention one term, then it is called monomial. So here binomial we are working upon. As we have seen, polynomial with one term is called monomial. Now here it is binomial. So we need to mention a polynomial with two terms. A polynomial with two terms is called binomial. Okay, very simple and very easy definition. This is very important to understand the topic, where sometimes we will use this type of words, then you must be very well aware about all these words for which term we are using the particular name. Let's work out on trinomial. Okay, the another definition is trinomial. Very simple. As we have seen binomial having two terms, the same way a polynomial with a polynomial with a polynomial with three terms. Okay, now it must have three terms. A polynomial with three terms is called trinomial. Okay, that is called trinomial. Polynomial with three terms, that is called trinomial. This is three terms. Clear to you? Let's work out further. Very important thing now we are going to see now. According to the degree of the polynomial, on the basis of the degree of the polynomial, we can decide the name of a polynomial. Okay, so according to the degree of the polynomial, now according to the degree of the polynomial, according to the degree of px means polynomial. Okay, please keep this in mind. If a polynomial is having degree 1, first point, please remember degree 1. Or if a polynomial is having degree 1, then it is called linear polynomial. Fine. Degree 1, with that it is called linear polynomial. Linear polynomial, right? Suppose it has degree 2. Means if the power is 2. Degree means highest power, you know. With the 2 power is 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. Quadratic. Please keep this word in mind. Quadratic. Quadratic. Everything we are going to learn through example inside also. Next is degree 3. So far you just note down and try to understand and keep these new terms in your mind. degree 3. Suppose a polynomial is having number 3, degree 3, then it is called cubic polynomial. Fine? That is called cubic polynomial. Suppose degree 4, then it is called biquadratic. Okay, we can mention it here. Suppose it has power 4. Polynomial is the highest power is 4. Its the degree is 4. Then it is called biquadratic polynomial. We call it biquadratic. Biquadratic. These are the terms with which we need to be very much comfortable and well aware, okay, for better understanding of this chapter. So, my dear student, now next point we need to learn in that, which is quite important, that is a real number a. Here in the polynomial we are using real number, okay. Which real number I am talking about right now? Real number small a. About this a, it is called, that is called a zero of a polynomial, okay. That is called the zero of the polynomial. Zero, it means not zero. Zero is not related to zero, but zero word indicates it's a solution, okay, of the polynomial px. That is called a zero. It means it's a solution, okay. In which condition it's a solution? If under this condition, if PA equal to 0, means in place of x, if we write a, then as a remainder, this will become the remainder. So remainder should be 0. And in this case, what we call a is called the root of the polynomial. A is called the root of the polynomial. Please remember these new words which we are going to study in the chapter. Root of the equation. The root of the equation. Which equation? That is px equal to 0. This is the root of the equation px equal to 0. So it's a value a. The value is very important. Right? One more along with that, please note down, that is you need to mention every linear polynomial. Every linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means with degree 1. So every linear polynomial in one variable, okay, we are talking about one variable. In one variable, that is only x, y or a z, something like that has given in the polynomial, has a unique 0. Has a unique 0. Means any linear equation, it has 0. Unique 0. Okay. Next, very important topic. You need to understand this nicely. That is a non-zero constant polynomial. A non-zero constant polynomial. A non-zero constant polynomial has no 0. Has no 0. Non-zero constant polynomial has no 0. So my dear students, here first let's try to understand the statement of remainder theorem. Okay, what is remainder theorem? And it's a statement. So we need to mention here, let px be. Let px be any polynomial. Let px be any polynomial. Fine. Of degree greater than or equal to 1. Okay. Of degree. What is the degree of this polynomial? Should be of degree greater than or equal to 1. Greater than or equal to 1. Okay. And the degree of the polynomial is greater than or equal to 1. And what was a? We know a was a real number. In the polynomial, a is a real number. A be any real number. A be any real number. Okay. A A be any real number. Fine. In such a case, if Px is divided by, when Px is divided by x minus a, then remainder is, what will be the remainder? The remainder is PA. The remainder is PA. This is the statement of remainder theorem. Dear student, as we know, the general form of polynomial is a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus an so on an x to the power n. In that polynomial, if px be any polynomial whose degree is greater than or equal to 1, means the power of the polynomial should not be 0. Degree of the polynomial should not be 0. In such a case, a be any real number, as we know, a always a real number, then if we work out on px, polynomial, when we are going to divide it by x minus a, okay, when we are going to divide the polynomial with x minus a, then the remainder is PA. We call it the remainder of the polynomial, whatever the number here, that is real number, that will be called the polynomial. Remainder is PA. Okay, this we considered as the remainder theorem. So now let's try to understand factor theorem. Okay, what is the statement for the factor theorem? Let's note down. X minus a is a factor of the polynomial. Okay, x minus a is the factor of the polynomial, right? If this is the factor of the polynomial px, the polynomial is px, and if we can say PA equal to 0, and conversely it means when we are reversing the process, if x minus a is a factor of px, x minus a is a factor of px, then we can say then PA equal to 0. Simple. This is called PA equal to 0, and this is called factor theorem. X minus a is a factor of the polynomial and PA equal to 0, and if x minus a is a factor of px, then in such a condition we can say PA equal to 0. This is the statement for factor theorem. So my dear student, now let's make a list of identities which we are going to apply in the polynomial chapter. Okay. So as we have studied 4 identities in our previous class, so let's note down here first that also we know that is x plus y. If we are working upon x plus y whole square, then we will have x square plus 2xy plus y square. Okay, you can use a or b also in place of that, no issue for that. Okay, second identity is x minus y whole square, that is x square minus 2xy plus y square. All these identities we have already studied. This third identity which I am going to write, that also we have already studied. A square minus b square. Okay, that is a plus b, a minus b. But here we are using xy, so I am choosing here this way, x minus y and x plus y. So here x square minus y square. Okay, in place of ab, I am choosing here xy. Okay, one more identity which we have studied is useful identity, that is x plus a, x plus b. What it is equal to, we know, x plus a, x plus b equal to x square plus a plus b in one bracket, then x and then ab. Okay, this is fourth identity. Numbering we are giving for a better understanding. Okay, now in this class we are going to study in the polynomial chapter the identity of squaring of the trinomial. This is the square of the trinomial. Three terms are there. Square of the trinomial. What is that? It's very simple and very easy. So it is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy. 2 into first term, second term, 2 into yz, 2 into second term, third term, and of course 2 into zx. 2 into last term and first term. Right? This is the identity which we are going to study here in that. One more is there, x plus y cube. This is called cube identity. X plus y whole cube. What is it? What is it? It is x cube plus y cube plus 3xy in bracket here x plus y. This is the identity. X plus y whole cube equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy in bracket x plus y. Fine. One more, that is for the minus. Okay. That also we need to mention x minus y whole cube here. Here in place of plus, here it is minus. Then how much changes of the sign? Let's see. X cube minus y cube minus 3xy and here x minus 1. This is our identity. Here in place of plus, all the way you can see minus is there for the minus. Right? And one more identity which we are going to learn here. It is this. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xy. Minus 3xyz. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equal to, in first bracket, x plus y plus z. In another bracket, it is x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus z. Okay, these identities we are going to learn in the polynomial chapter. Right? This is the clarification of what we are going to learn in this.